guys, how are you? If you're good, that's great. If not, then I hope this stream will be good for you. If not, I apologize. Yeah, and this is my real face. Hi, it's really nice to meet you. Like that. So, okay. Oh, this is pretty interesting. But anyway, I try to be as natural as I can. So because I'm not used to showing my face in the camera, but yeah, I'm hi, Lily here, and yeah, this is my face, and you're probably wondering why I'm showing my face. So this is going to be a topic that is going to be super new in this channel, and it's probably going to be a one-time thing. I don't know, but personally, like I want to share with you guys, and I want to you know what I've been doing the last like 3 months, I guess. So yeah. So yes. Um, where to begin? Hmm. Well, as you already know, that recently I've been not having upload a lot of videos, and I'm feeling less cheerful lately and such. And you guys noticed it, and I noticed it too. And that's because is that Um, when I was really young, I have diagnosed with depression. I've been having this since like I think like 13 years now. Yeah, it's been 13 years since I have depression, meaning that, I struggle with, feeling confident with myself and also having those dark feeling moments and in my mind and leading to certain things and such. Now, if this topic is really uncomfortable for you, that's okay. You can just um, turn off the turn off the stream and just you don't have to watch it because this is why this is going to be a different video because even talking about it is kind of hard for me because I don't want to get too sad. So yeah, if you're uncomfortable, if you don't like the topic, that's all right. That's totally understandable. You can just leave the stream and such. If you want to stay, then I'm okay with that too, okay? As long as you're okay with it, okay? Yeah. So yeah, I have depression since very young, and recently it got way worse for the last 3 days. And outside of like streaming and such in my real life has been kind of feeling a little bit less confident with myself lately and feeling surrounded with so many people in my life having things where they get like a great job or people getting having a lot of things with what they want in life. So yeah, and I try not to talk too much about my real life because it's you guys are my channel's this kind of like, hey, let's do some weird crazy stuff and fun and positive, and I'm not saying that what I'm speaking to myself right now isn't a negative thing. It's not, because I really want to talk about this because I feel like I want you guys to know because you're the reason to brighten my day and make me feel confident and stuff. And you're right to know like that because I don't want you to feel like, oh, something happened or no, like that there's like what's going on. And so this is why like that. And it's been hard. It's been really hard. And all I could say is that depression, like they they will go away in some point, but sometimes it will come back, if that makes sense in my experience. And yeah, it's hard and such like that. And I'm just not a I think because there's this part of me think that I'm not good enough like that because like I wasn't good at school or I wasn't good with anything like except for doing content creating and being creative. And people in my life, like they were they were really good people, but they don't understand like that. Like they acknowledge it, but they'll like ask me like, "Hey, I will not understand," and that's totally fine because like you know I don't want people to help me. It's more like I want, and as long that people acknowledge that, and that's okay. And I think like there was a time in my college years like that there are a lot of not a good people a lot in my life, and looking back I should have been more aware, but at the time I was very naive and such, and that kind of let me less more confident less confident. So yeah, but it's all in the past. I'm doing a bit better now like that. It takes time, but yeah. Now the reason why I'm talking about this because like I just feel like personally like yes, I'm a VTuber like that, and and I don't regret like posting that previous video saying that VTubers are real people because they are like that. They are real. We are real people. We have real feelings and have a lot of thing going on in our minds, and people need to understand that like that. Thankfully, you guys like in my your you guys in this community has been positive and great, and you know you always have the bright side in mind. Bring a lot of positive and stuff, not a lot of okay, sorry. See, this is really hard without going with the flow like live and stuff, but that's okay. But yeah, let me say it again. I'm thankful with you guys because in this community has been positive. You guys are very understandable, very very kind and caring, and look out for each other, and I'm really grateful with you guys, and you're the reason you keep me going, and you know I will try my best to upload this video as long you enjoy it, and that's more than happy, and I'm happy with that. And I'm lucky, but not a lot of VTuber fan base are not that great sometimes. I'm not gonna talk some names about it, but what I'm saying is that they kind of have not have this unawareness that their favorite VTuber has in the end of the day we're all people and we have real feelings, so it's better to acknowledge that. And personally, like as well, like I kind of feel like I would love to talk about more about this in the future like that. Like I know I said like it's like my first though, like my first thing for the first time in channel like that and such, and personally I would like to talk about more about it because like I think it should be acknowledged, and I think I want to have it more like a positive thing, talking about like that, because recently, like I guess nowadays it's getting a lot way harder and such, and especially for younger people, and I want to be there and talk about those things, and you know give them a little bit of lightness, or like they're not alone, and we stick together like that, and feel like it's more like I understand what you're going through, and I'll do my best to can to be there for you like that, putting a smile on your face, or you know being like communicate with you guys, or just bring a good positive thing. And that's why like the thing is like what I'm so grateful with this is that like ever since I've been posting on like my voice acting stuff and this, and I get so many comments, like so much positive, and so much like they feel like grateful that they have this feeling of like I make them laugh or make them happy or positive in their community from their Oshis and stuff like that. And that's so cool. And and I like when you guys like you know have fun with my little bit of silliness and stuff. And I could be silly, and such, but maybe now I want to be more like this voice, because this is how I talk, like you hear me all the time saying like hey guys, I am Lily Garden, have a good morning, good evening, good night, that kind of voice, but this is my real voice, very sound gloomy and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm still gonna say like good morning, good night thing, because like I quite like saying that, but I'm just gonna have this kind of tone voice. Yeah, so I want to be like, at least be authentic. Like that. I hate the word, yeah, authentic and such. Like that's such a weird thing. I know it's silly, and people say on YouTube like, hey, like hey guys, I'm very authentic. I'm being real and all that kind of thing, and such. But no, like, I personally think like I want to talk to you guys because you're really cool guys, and I really am grateful. And again, I try not to talk. It's really hard when you talk on live without a script. Okay, you know what I mean, like that? Because I usually behind the camera, I'll be like, talking like very with a script, or just like be super prepared and stuff like that. And but this one I am not like that, But it's good to be live because this is my first time live and stuff, and I'm enjoying it. And anyway, yeah, going back to having depression, like that. How I'm doing right now. I'm doing a little bit more better, you know. And yes, like I guessing the last 3 days has been kind of like downhill for me and such. But I'm getting better, I think there's a time that I feel like when when you have depression, you have your ups and you have your downs. And I have been having that for 13 years. Can you imagine that? Like 13 years, and that's crazy. And, you know, and there's nothing wrong, like, you feel like, oh, that people think it's a negative thing and stuff like that. When you think about it, it is. But if you see, like, for example, like if you keep telling yourself like, hey, I'm not good enough, or oh, I'm this because I have this and stuff like that. And that's the thing though, every person have their journey to help their, having depression, anxiety, or panic attacks. And I have these three like that, which is crazy, like that. And every path has to go for you. When you go to therapy, that's really great. If you want to handle on your own because therapy is expensive, that's okay. If you want to talk to friends, if you want to talk to family, that's great. Personally, for me, and I don't want you guys hating on it, this is my experience, okay? I don't take therapy when it comes to having diagnosed with my depression and such, because not only it's expensive, and also where I am is, not very common, but also like I think for so long that like, at first like I rely on my friends, I rely on my family to help me out. But as I like kept this for so long, like that, like having it, sorry, not kept, having for so long, is that I realized is that the only person who can help through you going through your hard time is yourself. Because yes, like your friends know about you, but they don't know about you. You same with your family, like that. They don't know you personally deep down, and the only person who can help you is yourself, and such. There'll be times for me that like there'll be ups and downs, and I'm like thinking, I need help, but I'm like, no, I don't want people to worry, and such. And it's hard, but I get up there. I'm still here, like that. And again, the only person that can fix you is yourself. You have the power to, make you want to grow, or like to put you back down. It's the choice is yours, and such. And if you say, I don't have a choice, then, well, it's hard to say because like I know what you're going through, but if you say that, then you're not helping yourself. And again, I guessing again, if you can't, you're helping yourself, then that's okay. You can have someone to help you, to guide you in the beginning. But I choose to, help for myself. And I remember like my mom, like I think it was like a few years ago, she knows that I have depression, and she come up to me and say like, hey, like, how are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And she never asked me that, which is crazy, like that in a positive way. And she said like, hey, I know what you're feeling, but I will never understand you and such. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. That's totally fine because that's understandable. Like, you don't have to understand like that what I'm feeling and such. As long you acknowledge it, and that's more than enough, you know? Like, as long you're aware of it, and that's okay, you know? You don't have to be like, hey, like, we're gonna get you help and stuff like that. No, you don't have to. For me, my experience, like that. What I liked about my mom when she asked me that, she said, am I okay? And that's good for me. That's more than enough, you know? And yeah, it's all right to question yourself, are you doing okay? Or someone in your life and said, are you doing okay? You can be honest. And it's better to be honest about it because, like, would you rather be honest about your feelings than keep it to yourself? And I choose to be honest. Yes, like that, it's hard to, you know, keep a smile on your face and feel like, hey, everything will be better if I could just keep smiling. If you keep holding in, it's going to suffocate you, and you don't want to do that, you know? So, yeah, like, yeah. So, if you have those certain things, or like if you're going through things, it's gonna be all right, and you're not alone. And I'm glad I'm talking about this because, like, it again, it's really important, and I think we need each other right now, and we need to acknowledge that, you know. And yeah, there are people out there have that feeling, you know, and there's something wrong with it, you know. And again, there's so many opportunities to help out, like, for example, again, therapy, like that, or, you know, having friends or family or someone that you're really close to and such, like that. You're not alone, and it's gonna be okay, all right? And I'm glad I'm talking about this, and I keep repeating myself because, yeah, I don't want to be sad, and but it's true, you know. And everything will be okay. And, you know, you guys and anyone who is going through this, you you got this, and you're strong. You have the power, and you are the strongest to fight for it, or even like, hey, I got this and stuff like that. Bring it, you know. And, there's a lot of people out there who care about you, and they love you who you are. And, and if you're alone, you know it's okay to call a person that you love and say, hey, I need to talk to you. I want you to be there for me. That's totally okay. And again, I'm here with you guys, okay? And this place is a safe space. And remember, who you are is truly the best thing you could. That you are amazing, talented, full of life, and you are a amazing person, and you got this, and it's gonna be okay. I'm with you, okay, always. And I'm so grateful that we are here. And just remember that I will look out for you. You can look out for each other, and people who love you and truly there for you will always look out for you and such. And again, if you're feeling like that, I am happy that you can comment down in my live stream. Like, I am totally okay with it. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your experience and be like, hey, like that, you're not alone. And that's totally all right, because yes, the world is chaotic, or you're going through something hard. It sucks, but you are strong. You are. Don't ever let people think you're not enough. You are enough, and you deserve so much. And I'm gonna go now, okay, guys? And thank you for watching or listening, but thank you guys for watching. And I'm glad that we talk about this. And again, like, I hope in the future we can talk about more about this, because like, you know, again, I want to be there for you. And also like, you know, again, I feel like it's important to talk about this, and I feel like it's better to look out for each other. So yeah, thank you guys, and thank you so much. As always, I'm Lily Garden. Have a good morning, good evening, and good night. You got this. Bye guys.